Hey everyone, it's Dave from Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Today, I'm going to be making some baby back ribs on my Weber Smoky Mountain smoker. But that's not really what this video is about. I'm trying a new type of wood. I've smoked with apple, oak, hickory, mesquite, cherry, peach wood, all those. But today I'm going to be trying mulberry. Stick around. So I have a mulberry tree in my front yard. A branch fell off of it a couple winters ago, and I had chopped it off, put it in the shed to kind of dry out, and it's perfectly seasoned and perfectly dry, ready to be smoked. I've never smoked anything with mulberry wood before. I've never really heard of anyone using mulberry wood. I did a little research. I found out that only the female trees produce berries. Mine produces berries, so it must be a female tree. And after reading some barbecue forums, like Barbecue Brethren was one I went on, there were people on there talking about how they feel that the female wood is sweeter. Great. So it should be perfect for what I have to do. So I took a couple sticks, I cut them up into just, a couple inch chunks. Since it's going on the Weber Smoky Mountain, I need chunks. I don't really need logs. I still have plenty of logs left in the shed, and if I like this, I might use it on my offset smoker here in the future. So let's go on the ribs here. I'm going for a kind of basic rib rub recipe. I don't want anything out of the normal. I want something that I usually eat because I want to see how the smoke affects the flavor. So I'm not going to go for anything exotic. It's a rub I've used, 20 times before, so I'm used to what it should taste like. So I'm going to read the basic recipe to you. I doubled it, so if these quantities look a little bigger, that's why. But I'm giving you the recipe that's good for about, 2 racks of ribs. I doubled it since I have 3. So in this rub I have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of celery salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now this is kind of a low salt quantity for a rib rub, and the reason for that is the night before I like to salt my ribs. I open them up, put them in this pan here, and I just have a salt grinder and I put a good coating of salt on each side. Let them sit for at least 12 hours. I find it absorbs into the meat better. You get juicier ribs that way and much more flavorful. I'm going to be lighting the Weber Smoky Mountain the same way I always do. Put a coffee can in the middle, pour some charcoal around the outer edge of that coffee can, and then in my charcoal chimney, I'm going to light about 20 or 25 briquettes just to dump into that middle part there. Once all the charcoals in the chimney are heated up and ashed over, I'm going to dump them into that coffee can there, and then using a heat-proof glove, I'm just going to pull the coffee can out. That way the fire works its way out through the unlit charcoal, and you get, a good 5-6 hours of burn time on it. I saved out a couple of briquettes in a pan here. I want to test something out. I want to see what this mulberry wood smells like just smoking by itself. So I got a chunk. I'm going to chuck it on there and let it kind of get nice and warm and smolder a little bit. Definitely a sweet smell. Kind of almost smells like apple. Almost like apple with a touch of cotton candy to it. It's kind of weird. It's not unpleasant, that's for sure. Got my rub. I'm going to put it on top of those ribs. Let the rub kind of tack up. You'll get that glossy shine to it, and then they go on the smoker. I'm running the smoker at about 250, 260 today. Should take probably 4 or 5 hours for these ribs to cook. I can say right off the bat, it really produces a nice kind of billowy smoke. It's not too heavy and white, so I don't really worry about that acrid taste. It's kind of got that nice blue, kind of wispy, but it's really coming out of the vent here. It looks like it's really going to impart a really nice smoked flavor to this. Before we get these ribs on the smoker, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the little bell next to it too. That way you get a notification every time I make a new video. I'm going to be doing all 3 racks on the top grill grate here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this this rib divider thing I've got here to see if I can just get them all all 3 standing up in there. Like I said, this is only 18 inches wide. I'm going to move my probe over. Maybe I'll put it back here on the side. I don't really like putting it on the side too much. only because you really want a real great temperature, like right in the middle, but I don't want it to interfere with my ribs. I'm going to get these in here as best I can. Make sure that there's a gap in between for the smoke to rise up. Yeah, that looks good. Again, this one will fit better this way. I'm using the natural curve of the ribs to decide how they're going in here. All right, get them in there. That looks pretty good. Thermometer probe is still in there. Grab my lid. And get this guy smoking. Now, these ribs have been on for about 2 hours now. And what I like to do at this point is give them a little spray with some 50% apple cider vinegar and 50% water, just to kind of keep the outside moist. I like to wait 2 hours because this way the bark, you know, the rub is kind of set and I won't wash it off by spraying it right now. As bark goes, it seems to be giving it sort of a bark like almost like apple wood, I guess. It's you know, giving it that nice kind of red rosy color, which I like. It's pretty nice on ribs. And the ribs, I mean, the smoke ring is really nice. And as for the taste, it's got this kind of apple berry taste. It's quite pleasing. I could see using this on chicken. I could use it on any other type of pork. Probably wouldn't use it on beef. Not a good sweet smell for beef. But as for the pork and everything I'm doing, looks fantastic. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Dave's Ohio Barbecue. Make sure you follow me on my Facebook page. Just go to Facebook, search for Dave's Ohio Barbecue. You should be able to find it. And as always, subscribe. Press the button and then hit the bell next to it. That way you get notifications every time I make a new video. Got a lot of videos coming out real soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.